Good afternoon, YouTube modeling community. Robert Bishop from RB Model Works coming at you from Moscow, Idaho. Today is going to be something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing... I've been getting a lot of questions on my aftermarket parts and where I get stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to preview the items that I do have and get. And then I will leave links in the description. And I'm sure most of these you guys probably already know, but I'm just doing these mostly for the people that don't know. So first up is these really nice 3D printed carburetors. These are and a Ford 9-inch rear end. These are from a gentleman, VCG resin by Reese. He's got tons of motors, aftermarket parts. It's really nice. He's got stock 351s. He's got 302s, Cobras, inline sixes, Chevy, Ford, slant six, Mopar, and he's always introducing new products all the time. This I got off a guy off of eBay. Just a really nice 4-speed transmission. You can never have too many good transmission options. Especially on some of the kits like Salvino's, where they just put a generic automatic transmission in it. So I'm just going to go down the list here real quick. Model Car Garage. Everybody knows Model Car Garage. They have some really nice racing stuff. Everybody pretty much. Piano hinges. Carburetor linkage. Seatbelt material. Window material, window net, fuel cell, inlet and overflow plates, pedals, gauges, the whole bezel on the front, windshield braces. But yeah, if you need aftermarket parts for your stock cars, Model Car Garage is the place to go. And then the other one that everybody really knows about, obviously, is Detail Master. Got the Hearst shifter, fitting, etching. It really doesn't give you an idea of what this is. And it doesn't really show. But these are the curved hooks that hold your hard lines on your chassis and stuff. You just have to roll those and bend them around. Flare fittings. You can never have too much nut and bolt stuff. Short track grill faces. Stock car hood hinge. Wheel knockoffs. Roll cage gusset brackets. Headlight screens. I got 66 of these off of eBay, and some pretty good. I didn't pay more than $11 for 6 of these, and he had them all mixed up. Racing air cleaners, ignition wire. This one is 0.012 ignition wire. This one's 0.12 019. So Detail Master has all your different sizes. Windshield clips. Hood pin kits. Radiator face. Window net hardware. Custom scripts. Truck mates that go on the mud flaps. So yeah, it's, you know, Detail Master is, and one thing I really haven't bought any of for a long time from them. They have the best AN fittings. Just off the chart. I like to buy the combination fitting and then just put them on a wire myself. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Most of the time, what I do, yeah, here we go. When I get parts, I break them down into these. You can see Top Studio hose end 0.07, nuts 0.09, large nut, fuel fitting, that come from B&A. But you can see, got the nuts in there. But these are the combo fittings I like buying from Detail Master. Then I cut them apart myself. I put them on a drill piece of or on the end of the drill bit, and just use my hobby knife and just roll it. So you put it on the, say this is a drill bit, put it on there and just roll it like that, and it cuts right through it. So next up is ProTech, the absolute best braided line on the planet. It beats Detail Masters, it beats Top Studio, it beats Tamiya, all hands down. These are their fuel T fittings. Just cut those off. You can drill them out. Nut and bolt detail. Those always come in handy. Really easy to use. Seatbelt hardware. Smaller nut and bolt detail. Try to get the... And then they have some wire as well. I'm going to show you where I get all my wire here shortly. One of my main go-to guys, actually I'll just get into this right now. Well, no, I'm going out of line, sorry. I've got a list up here that... next is Off the Sprue. Gentleman in Canada, I worked with him a couple years ago to create, he made a dual belt pulley for the Hemis for me. And then he just went ahead and started making some other stuff. Inline fuel pumps, multiple pulley systems. These are cool. These are 3D printed T-fittings. More pulleys. And again, most of his stuff, when I get them in stock, I will 3D catch, large base. So, you know, good Lord, I need to order from him. But like, here's his 3D brake cylinders. But typically when I buy stuff like these 3D printed things, I'll store them in these and then just put the little label on them. These are on Amazon. They are diamond art bead storage containers. But he does his own 3D printing. He does wheels, and he has tons of turned aluminum stuff. He does motors, pulleys. He does a really cool Coyote engine, and he also does the nice 10-piece. It's actually 10 pulleys that are on the front of that engine, and he does that set as well. Really nice. He did a build up of that. Next up is Mr. Model. I've been buying for him for a couple years. His stuff is just absolutely phenomenal. And then on top of that, you just can't beat the price. It's like $2 for a pack of the screen. And then I buy, these were like $1.37 or something like that. Literally, I bought every one of them. This one's 0.016. And these small wires, 0.010. And these are good to replace, because a lot of times you can't get the 0.0075 from Detail Master. This is really good for your fine detail wire as well. And then I also have the 0.23 of theirs as well. And he's constantly adding stuff. His hood pins, wheel weights to put on. You got the square ones that go on the inside of the wheels, and then these tuck into the rim. Really nice hose clamps. His have a hole in the end. See if you can see them. But you can actually feed the hose clamp. Gas caps, fuel caps. And these work really good on my NASCAR builds. Tire valves, valve stems. Really nice. This is a 5-pound nitrous bottle. I use it as a fire bottle. Those are really nice. And then he's got 2 different sizes. This is a small distributor. I was running into a problem on the chargers I was building. Every distributor I tried using was too big. It kind of leaned out. So ordered a bunch of these from him. Instrument bezels, engine detail, battery hardware, pulley faces, coils, water recovery reservoir. This is really cool. This is that aluminum, kind of like the overflow that goes on the dash. Shifter knob, pulley sets, coil over shocks, steering. These, let me see if you can barely see the spring in there. Those things are so small, but these are little tiny springs you can use. And then he has about 10 different sizes and kinds of tire stencils. I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. That I use. I don't know where I got that one from. But yeah, anyway, he's got those that'll fit your tires. He's out of Brazil. Usually takes anywhere from, nowadays it's taken anywhere from 12 about 12 to 16 days to get stuff, but that's still not bad. Next up is RB Motion. Top of the line stuff. These are spark plug boots and caps. I've got some of his other let's see if I can find them. No, that's not it. No, but I've got a bunch of his nut and bolts and stuff like that. No, it's in one of these. I've got about 10 of these. Just full of parts. Anyway, their website's down. His rod ends and stuff, best quality out there. His AN fittings, about have to take out a second job if you want to plumb a car. Probably cost you about $100 worth, but they're top of the line. Next is Future Attractions. They've got some really good stuff. He just started adding some more engine stuff. This is a Hemi. What do they call it? A can. A catch can. But it's a clutch housing. And then the transmission. So this is something that'll look nice on the back of one of my Hemis. Inline fuel clamps, so you can run a couple lines through there and just attach that to your firewall. Their harnesses are excellent. They're wider than just about everybody else's, so your line goes through easy. Foldable chassis brackets for shock mounts, whatever you're going to use. Then another one is Top Studio. Excellent shrink tubing. I do like, in certain instances, I do like their braided line. I mean, it's cloth, but it for certain applications like wiring harnesses and stuff coming out from underneath the dash, it actually serves its good purpose. I don't have any packs of their fittings. These are Top Studio fittings. They're just kind of an all-in-one. They're beveled on the end. That's 1.2. These are the one. And those are the two most common that I use anyway. What's up next? Let's see. RB Motion, got that. Mr. Model. All my Top Studio stuff I get from Upscale Hobbies, which I'll have that in the description as well, where I got that. Herd Hobbies. Let me see if I can find this stuff. Again, I pull it out and put it in here. Let's see. But I got some carburetors. Yeah, there we go. Herd carbs. I used the starter and the tranny already. But look at that bell housing. Yep. Looks like it's got a little nick right there. Then his carburetors are just freaking awesome. For a 3D printed carburetor with the fuel line on it. Those are only a couple bucks a piece. But he also has stuff that is compatible with Wes's Model Car Corner modifieds. So you can go over and check that out. I'll pull these out real quick. Here's another one. This is, I got these because, like the Mr. Model, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get them. This is Czech Truck Modeler. I think you can get them stateside, but you can feed these through and actually pull it like a real tie wrap. And the same with these. You can see there's a hole in it, and you just feed your tie wrap through. But this is Czech Truck Models, and I may have actually got these off of eBay. It's been so long. It's been about 3 years since I got them that I can't really remember. Next up is Texas 3D Models. I think I showed this on one of my videos at one point. But the quality of their print is just absolutely second to none. The heads, I don't like that the valve cover's on the head already, but that's just the way it is. What I'm going to do with this engine is I'm going to build this with some wires to pull the head up off, and the same with the headers. I'm going to put them out from the heads. The carburetors I'm going to lift off. This I'll lift up. Transmission will be out the back. I just seen someone that does a clutch pressure plate and stuff, which I'll get one of those. But I want to build this as an exploded view engine. But for 426, I'll be getting some more of these too for some. I've got some hot rod builds I want to do. I just, I've been so deep into building historic NASCAR models that I just haven't made the time to build any muscle cars. But I've got plenty of them, which leads me to my next vendor, Fireball Model Works. A bunch of Kraggers. The majority of my cars will have Kraggers on them, just because I like them. Almost every one of my cars that I had growing up had Kraggers on them. 15x7 Mopar steel wheels. This is for my planned A12 Roadrunner build that I'm doing, or is it Roadrunner? No, Super B. He also does these cool door handles, late model Mopars, so you can clean up the body, drill a little hole on the backside and put those through. Early Mopar, all kinds of carburetors, Rochester, Quadrajet, Carter AFBs, front and rear for 68, 69 street Hemi. Carter AFB 750 for 63, 64 max wedge. Holley double pumpers. Holley factory carb for big block Chevy. And then these beauties. 125th small block Mopar. And then this is 124th big block Mopar. You get 2 sets of 6 packs. These manifolds are just absolutely phenomenal. You can see you actually get the let's see if you can see that there. you actually get the fuel line that goes on the side of the carburetors. He usually has a little bit of a wait, but it takes me a couple weeks to get it, but Joe's work is second to none. He has all kinds of tires, like bias plies, 60s and 70s type bias ply tires that are generic, no name. And he does sets of decals. So if you wanted to, you know, for instance, a set of Cooper or whatever, something really weird, he's got them. I don't know where my hood is. Another place that I get parts from is Hart's Parts Resins. I have a 66 Chevelle conversion set. It's got the flat hood for smoky unit car that I'm going to do. But I don't know where that is. Last is really not a parts outfit, but it's just an all-around. I get these from B&A World in Australia. Usually takes about 10 to 14 days to get stuff from him. Great customer service. The thing I like about them is they have Model Factory Hero, they have Top Studio, they have T2M cast and brass, aluminum, nut and bolt, rivet detail. They have Hasegawa tools, they have Trumpeter tools, they have UMP tools, his thinny sticks and sanders, which are excellent. I've got a few. They have God Hand. They have the Infini products, which if you've ever used Infini sanders, you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to, yeah, here's a well-used sander. But anyway, again, I'm running long. K&S metals, they do a full line of stuff you can't get here in the state. Well, you can get it from K&S, but most hobby stores don't carry it. Deep C channel, brass, just different stuff. And they also carry a full line of the Albion alloys. I can get my hands on some of the Albion alloys, brass and copper, and the aluminum tubing from Burbank House of Hobbies. But they have literally the full line. So, and since I'm running long, I'm really not going to go through this stuff. Actually, I am just going to show you two. These are from Master Club. I got these out of Poland. These are slotted hex bolts for like your chassis. Let's see if I can get that up in my hand without dropping it. But they make them all different kinds and sizes. And then the other one is all of my AN hose fittings. I try not to use too many of them, just because for some reason the gentleman that made these, Mr. Toru Sanaka from Japan, is not responding anymore. Hope and pray that he's okay, but we can't get him anymore. So I try to use them sparingly, and but that's about it. Anyway, I'm running way long into 30 minutes here. Sorry, guys. Again,